Hi there, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead. And it's quite a big week, it's quite a busy week. We have two planets shifting signs to start with, and we also have a new moon. So there's quite a lot to cover in my vlog. We see, for example, on Tuesday that Uranus retrograde is moving back into fire sign Aries. Aries is a sign where Uranus can act up. It can really let sparks fly. There's a lot of sort of direct aggression in Aries when it's all fired up with Uranus. And we know that later on in the week we have Jupiter-Uranus in conjunct. So there's a clash of ideas and a clash of outlook, and it's a kind of a fiery sort of explosion of energy in some ways. It's very outspoken, of course, but there's always, with Uranus and that combination with Aries, there's a sense of the unpredictable, things happening that are not quite expected. Interestingly, falling on Tuesday, the day of the midterm elections in the US, where there's a lot to play for, certainly particularly for the Democrats. Could there be an upset here? I mean, we know that on Wednesday we get the new moon in Scorpio, so there's always, with the new moon, a sense of a new beginning, or putting down some roots, putting the seeds into the mind or into the ground, or it's a seed moment, the new moon. So there is a sense there of some kind of new cycle starting, and that's which whoever wins, whatever the outcome, of course, that is going to be the case. But with that shift of Uranus into Aries, I kind of get the feel of a shake-up, some kind of, a shock in a way, a sort of, whoa, hadn't expected that. But we shall see. I'll certainly be watching that on Tuesday. So that new moon, look where it falls in your chart, because the new moon will focus on the house. I mean, I think the moon in Scorpio as well is very much about our habits and our bad habits, maybe. Ways of doing things that, become quite fixed, become patterns that we need to work on and sort out. Because the moon is very much about, basically, the patterns that we've got ingrained, that we've done for so long we don't think about them. And the sun is about consciousness. It's about thinking about them. It's about exposing things. It's about showing things up, bringing things to the light. So I think it's an interesting new moon, this new moon in Scorpio. And then we see on Thursday, because Jupiter moves into Sag, last aspect, as I said, in conjunct with Uranus. So you get the idea there of different ideologies, different politics, different outlooks on life. Uranus is, of course, back in Aries, so it's quite, and Jupiter in Scorpio as well is formidable. So there's quite a clash of intentions there on Thursday. But directly after that, we see Jupiter moving into Sag. And if you look at the Ingress chart, it's noticeable that Mercury, for example, is out of bounds as well in the Ingress chart. And when Mercury is out of bounds, we can also expect, there's another sort of writing on the wall, sort of astrological signature, if you like, that some of the news that we're going to get this week is going to be off the wall. It's going to be, whoa, I hadn't thought of that, I hadn't expected that, that's interesting. Like brash statements or announcements. I mean, who knows, will Theresa May call an election, for example? This was something that crossed my mind when I was looking at Venus retrograding back into her sign Libra when I was doing my vlog last week. And I'm still playing with this idea that there is a distinct possibility that this will be the only way she will be able to get her deal through Parliament. So these are the kind of announcements that could be thrown at us this week. She might just suddenly announce that a November snap election, just to give her, hopefully the mandate that she needs to get her Brexit plan through the House. But yeah, so it's a very charged Jupiter into Sag, mainly because Mercury's there. Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 18th of November as well. So there's going to be some backtracking. So it's a kind of a strange week, I think. On Friday we have Venus in Libra, also moved back last week into Libra, trine Mars. That's nice, a nice aspect, particularly for the male-female. If there's romance, it could be in the air in the weekend. It's a click between male-female. It's ease of communication. It's mutual appreciation, society stuff. But it's a trine, so there's an ease of flow. The communication is good. It feels nice, and people, understand each other. It's a kind of, you can get things done with Venus trine Jupiter. And then we see the Saturday, Jupiter trines the North Node. So, the North Node now is at the very, very beginning degrees of Leo. It's going to, before the year's out, it will have moved into Cancer, the North Node. So it's great to have that fiery trine there, to sort of inspire us, because it's quite inspirational. Look where these planets are in your chart, and you'll get that sense of where that new direction is going to take you. And then Sunday we have Sun sextile Pluto, which has been like a little like of an undercurrent for a few days before Sunday. Obviously will have been within orb from about Wednesday onwards. But I like Sun sextile Pluto. I like Sun Pluto, particularly Scorpio, Capricorn, because on the one side, they're two planets and signs that can work well together. And there is this sense of, particularly with the new moon coming, earlier in the week, there's that sense of root it out and get it gone. There are some changes that need to be made, and Pluto is applying not pressure on the sun, but it is, in a way, it's guiding the sun. It's offering the sun some kind of support and help, and showing it possibly a way forward, a way through and out. Pluto is also similar to Scorpio. These are signs that are not afraid to go deep, not afraid to really take things out by the root, to really do the work. And I think that's very, very exciting coming on the end of such a week. There's that sense of, if I look in the mirror, if I take stock of myself, I can start to take steps in new directions, and then again reflecting back on the new moon. So great week. Enjoy. Bye.